Almost 40 years ago, I founded a newspaper in Wanganui, New Zealand, called River City Press, and it was quite a major feat. Still going today, and I'm very proud of that. You can go and check out their website. I get a mention in their About Us section. But it was a fantastic journey. I knew nothing about newspapers at the time. I aligned myself with a couple of people who did. Happened very quickly. I saw an opportunity, given that there was no other community-based newspaper in the region. A lot of people had talked about it, but nobody did it. There was a daily newspaper called the Wanganui Chronicle, which just happened to be owned by Rupert Murdoch, so we were up against the big boys, but hey, that didn't faze me one iota. But thinking back, you know, it was one major feat to get that newspaper published every week. It wasn't an easy task. Even when I created the logo, I remember I had to go to, back then it was a graphic artist who actually drew the logo. There was no computers. Admittedly, we used typesetting machines, but that's a very old technology by comparison today. And the printing press was 2 hours away, so we used to have to go there a couple of days prior to get this thing all laid out and plated up so that it could be printed and ready for distribution on Saturday. But I realised quite quickly how much influence that newspaper had on the community by being able to get that message out there. But like I said, it was one major feat. We had 16 staff and it wasn't an easy task. But look at today, you know, any one person can do the same by creating a social media page basically, and creating a brand and spreading their message and talk about what they want to talk about. I'm not getting into the free speech side of things, but nevertheless, you have a lot of power, you have a lot of influence, you have the ability to spread your word to a lot of people by creating a brand. And by comparison to doing that compared to the newspaper, you know, it's just so much easier. And it's even easier still if you sort of get a little bit of guidance along the way. And like I said, I knew nothing about newspapers, but I aligned myself with a couple of people that did, and that's why we had some success. I think I sold it maybe 1.5 years or 2 years in, but just before I came to Australia. But you have the same ability to do the same thing online using a brand that you create yourself and you own, and by doing so, it too can give you a lifelong income stream like the newspaper has been doing for now 40 years. So have a think about that. Like I said, I align myself with the right people that could help me. And so if you're interested in creating a brand that could potentially serve you a lifetime and give you time, location and financial freedom, I strongly recommend you align yourself also with some people that have been there, done it and walked the walk. And so if you want to learn more about what we do and how we can help you create a brand that will basically set you free if you want it to. Of course, it's going to take a little bit of time, but anything and everything is possible. And it really is, at the end of the day, up to you. But if you want to learn more, DM me or comment, let's go in the comments, and I'll send you some information. Have an awesome day.